Okay, part 2. So, after me and the guy was talking on the phone for a while, after we was talking on the phone for a while, he started, like doing like boyfriendly type things. He wasn't really my boy. We hadn't talked about like making him my boyfriend or whatever, but he started doing boyfriend like things. Like he would meet me at my locker in the morning, walk me to class, stuff like that. And we had never hugged, never kissed, never did nothing like that, nothing physical. So he walked me into my class every morning, and we had the last class of the day, seventh period, AP English together. So we had that class together, and he would walk me after we got out of class together. He would walk me from class to the bus stop, because I rode the bus home, and he used to drive home, which I thought was like so cool. So whatever, I used to ride the bus and he used to drive. So he walked me to the bus stop. So I went. One day he was walking me to the bus stop, and his friend came up and was like, "Oh, hey, so and so, what's up?" And I was walking behind him, and he was talking to his friend. After his friend left, he was reaching back for me like this, like, trying to see where I was, but I was like right behind him, and he like grabbed my boob like by accident, and he was so embarrassed. You guys just seen his face. It was so cute. He turned like completely red, and he was light skinned, like maybe lighter than me, and he turned like completely red, and he was so embarrassed. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that." And I was like, "Oh, he's so sweet, he is so cute." And I was like, "Oh, he grabbed my titty, ooh." So I'm going crazy, like, "Oh my God, he grabbed my boob." And he was like so embarrassed, and I just thought it was so funny, and it's so cute that he was just like that embarrassed over that. So he walked me to my bus. Okay, and so me and this guy, we were still talking on the phone after he got out of basketball practice and everything. So we were still talking on the phone, still, going through the motions of a relationship. So we ended up going to the homecoming dance together. We went to homecoming together. I got my dress and everything, and the homecoming game day night, because I used to be on the flag team. So after halftime, we get to like walk around or whatever do we want to do, go to the bathroom, go get snacks, talk to our friends or whatever. So after halftime, I was standing there talking to him, and his ex-girlfriend had just won homecoming queen. So, and she was so pretty, by the way. She was just beautiful, just, oh my God, just me and her, just like we would have been, we could have been friends, me and the girl, if it probably wasn't for me going out with her ex-boyfriend. Like we probably would have been friends. But anyway, she was really pretty. She was really, really, really pretty. And so he's standing up next to his friend, and I'm walking over, and they're talking, and his friend is telling him like, "Oh, your ex just won homecoming queen. Don't you feel stupid?" And I'm like standing there like, what the hell? Like, how you just gonna say that? And I'm standing right here like, what the, So I felt played. And so his friend kind of like walked away after that. And so homecoming dance was the next day. We went to the dance together. He picked me up from my house. We drove over to his house. I met his mother, I met his father, and his little brother. His little brother's so cute, by the way. So I met his little brother, and he gave me like my corsage and everything, and we went to the dance together. We took pictures, we danced, we had a nice time. And so he was like, do you mind if at the dance, he was like, do you mind if I go over and say hi to so-and-so? You know, I want to congratulate her for winning, or whatever, for winning homecoming queen. I was like, sure, go ahead, you know, I don't mind. So he went over there and he was talking to his ex-girlfriend who won homecoming queen, and he was congratulating her. And so after the dance, we didn't go out to eat or nothing like that. He took me home, and that was that. A couple of weeks later, he started acting really funny. Like, he wasn't calling me. He didn't talk to me in class. So that day, like, he didn't talk to me. I called him after, you know, he gets out of basketball practice, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And he was like, he gave me some like shady excuse, like, I don't exactly remember what he said, but he gave me this like shady, funky excuse, right? And so I'm just like confused, and I'm like heartbroken over this. And a couple days later, I find out, oh, him and his ex-girlfriend are back together. I was so heartbroken. Like, when I found that out, I was like crying after school at my locker, and my geography teacher, Coach Sporty, came over, and he was like, oh, you know what? Don't even worry about it. It's his loss. Whatever. Da 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 da. Don't even worry about it. You're pretty. You'll bounce back. It don't even matter. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And so I was heartbroken about it, and that was that. Second semester junior year, me and his girlfriend had a class together, and she was passing around her senior scrapbook, and she was showing everybody, you know, the senior scrapbook, you know, she was a senior, I was a junior, showing everybody to like sign her stuff or whatever. And so she was passing around class. The girl next to me had the book, and she was going through the pictures, and you know, my picture and the guy, her boyfriend picture was in there from the homecoming dance. And she had that picture in there, and then she had another picture like right beside it where, see, and this is the dirty part, where after he dropped me off, he must have went to meet her, and then they took pictures together that same night, because it was nighttime, and she had on her homecoming dress and her crown, and he had on the same thing that he wore to the homecoming dance with me. So after he dropped me off, his dirty self, his dirty butt went to go and meet her, and they took pictures together. Are you talking about like heartbroken and crushed? Oh my God, I felt so little at that point. I just felt like, oh, how could he do that? No wonder he was acting funny and blah blah and whatever. And I was like, you know what, that's just dirty, so he'll get what's coming to him. It doesn't even matter. So that was my my two high school fails. College was different. In college, I grew some balls, and I there was this guy that I liked, and we were friends or whatever. And I'll tell you about it like really quickly because I have like a minute left. We were friends or whatever, and one night I called him up after I had left from over there, and I was like, I grew some balls. I was talking to myself before, and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna say to him? I like him, you know. I don't want, you know, this to be like high school again where I'm scared to say something or whatever. So this is the only time that I've ever like told somebody that I liked them. So I was like, oh my God. So I called him, and I was like, you know what, I like you. And you know, he was like, what, you do? And I was like, yeah, I do. And so Oh, shoot. I'm running out of time. Stay tuned for part 3, the final conclusion of my high school crush tag